Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Aiden goes missing. Liz panics over son's disappearance. General Hospital, spoilers reveal that Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Hurst, will have a new reason to be concerned during the week of May 20 to 24. EHMs can expect some alarm bells for Liz, so she'll obviously find out some news that leaves her unsettled. Elizabeth may get some troubling updates from Aiden Weber's, Tristan Riggs, school counselor, since she set up an appointment to check in and see how things were going. Liz has already been worried about the paint on Aiden's backpack and in his hair. Aiden tried to downplay it as things getting messy in art class, but Elizabeth seemingly feared that he was being targeted at school. However, the situation could go from bad to worse soon enough. Even if Liz gets some disturbing news from the school counselor, the real alarm bells could come later. Elizabeth will want to talk to Aiden about what he's up against if she finds out his classmates are going after him. This presumably relates to Aiden coming out as gay and kicking off a new romance with Tobias, so Liz will certainly fret over the effect all this could have on her son. Unfortunately, Elizabeth may grow even more fearful if Aiden doesn't pick up his phone. Aiden may not return Liz's calls or texts, and he may not come home when he said he would either. On the May 24 episode, Liz just won't be able to shake off her escalating fears. We'll see Elizabeth's panic start rising up, so that could easily be the result of Aiden going missing. Liz might investigate Aiden's disappearance and could potentially consider getting the cops involved. Of course, Aiden might eventually be found stuffed in a locker or trapped in a closet somewhere on the school property. Perhaps Aiden could even be tied up somewhere depending on how cruel his classmates decide to be. Whatever the case, Elizabeth may end up on a mission to find Aiden and fume when she realizes the depth of the tormenting he's facing. General Hospital spoilers say Aiden is definitely keeping secrets about how tough he has it at school. So stick with us for predictions on Liz's efforts to help him. In the bustling corridors of General Hospital, the news spread like wildfire. Aiden Weber was missing. The hospital staff exchanged worried glances, and Liz Weber's heart pounded with fear. Her son, her sweet Aiden, had vanished without a trace. Liz's mind raced, conjuring images of her son lost and alone, or worse, in danger. Liz's panic was palpable as she rushed to find help. "Have you seen Aiden?" she asked everyone she encountered, her voice trembling. The nurses shook their heads, their concern mirroring hers. The hospital had always been a place of safety for Liz, but now it felt like a labyrinth of dread and uncertainty. Franco Baldwin, Liz's husband, was quick to react. He gathered the children at home, trying to keep them calm while dealing with his own rising anxiety. "Jake, stay here. I'll be back soon," he instructed, his voice steady despite the turmoil inside him. He knew he needed to be strong for his family, but the thought of Aiden being missing was almost too much to bear. Back at the hospital, Liz was joined by her friends and colleagues, all offering support and assistance. Epiphany Johnson, always the pillar of strength, took charge of organizing a search within the hospital. "We'll find him, Liz," she assured, squeezing Liz's hand. "He's probably just wandered off somewhere." But Liz couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. She thought back to the morning, trying to remember if there had been anything unusual in Aiden's behavior. He had been his usual cheerful self, excited to spend the day with his mother. There was no sign of anything amiss, no hint that he might disappear. As the search extended beyond the hospital grounds, Detective Chase was called in to assist. He questioned everyone who had been in the vicinity, piecing together Aiden's last known movements. Liz hovered nearby, her worry turning to frustration as the minutes ticked by with no news. Meanwhile, in a shadowy part of Port Charles, A figure lurked, watching the unfolding drama with satisfaction. This was all part of a larger plan, one that had been set in motion weeks ago. Aiden's disappearance was just the beginning. The figure smirked, knowing that the chaos and fear would only intensify. Franco returned to the hospital, his face set with determination. He approached Liz, pulling her into a tight embrace. "We'll find him, Liz. We have to stay strong." Liz nodded, drawing strength from her husband's resolve. But the fear in her heart was like a vice, tightening with every passing second. Just then an idea struck Liz. "The security cameras," she exclaimed. "We need to check the footage. Maybe we can see where he went." Franco and Detective Chase sprang into action, coordinating with the hospital's security team to access the surveillance footage. As they reviewed the tapes, a chilling scene unfolded. Aiden was seen walking down a corridor, holding a balloon he had been given earlier. But then a figure approached him, someone familiar. Liz's heart sank as she recognized the person. Helena Cassadine. Despite her supposed death, the infamous Helena had always had a way of reappearing at the most unexpected times. Helena's presence could only mean one thing. This was a deliberate act, part of a sinister plot. Liz's mind raced as she tried to comprehend what Helena could possibly want with Aiden. Franco clenched his fists, his rage barely contained. "We'll find her," he vowed. "And we'll bring Aiden home." As the news of Helena's involvement spread, the residents of Port Charles rallied together. Sonny Corinthos offered his resources, his connections in the underworld providing valuable information. Jason Morgan, always the protector, joined the search, his loyalty to Liz and her family unwavering. Days turned into a blur of frantic activity and sleepless nights. Liz and Franco refused to give up, their determination fueled by love and desperation. They scoured every lead, followed every clue, and never lost hope. In the midst of the chaos, a breakthrough came. An anonymous tip led them to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. Franco and Jason arrived first, their hearts pounding as they approached the building. They could hear faint cries from inside, the unmistakable sound of a child's voice. Bursting through the door, they found Aiden, scared but unharmed. Helena's plan had been thwarted, but the woman herself was nowhere to be found. Aiden ran to Franco, tears streaming down his face. "Daddy." Franco scooped him up, holding him tightly. "You're safe now, Aiden. We're going home." Back at General Hospital, the reunion was tearful and joyous. Liz clung to Aiden, her relief overwhelming. The ordeal had brought the family closer, their bond stronger than ever. As the dust settled, Liz couldn't help but wonder about Helena's next move. The threat still loomed, but for now, they had their son back. And that was all that mattered.